Hello, good morning students. Welcome to the online video class. So we are continuing from the same chapter, computer software. So today we'll discuss about the application software utility programs. Okay. So what are different utilities uh, in the application software? We will see one by one. Okay. So let's move on to today's topic. So what are utilities? Utility programs are those which are very often requested by many application programs. Okay, so you use these utility programs every day when you use your computer. Okay, so the different application programs requires these utility programs or these utility tools. uh, so like a utility program carries out some of the common tasks needed when using a computer. Okay, so different utility programs are there. They do different tasks. They are allotted different tasks. Okay, and so next is we have the utility programs are part of the system software of a computer. So you have the main system software, that is your operating system. So the operating system is not just one software. It is it is a collection of different softwares combined together, or different programs combined together to form one system software that is called as the operating system. But it is made up of different types of system softwares and also application softwares inbuilt in that. Okay, so one such system software that is a part of the operating system is also you have the utility programs, which is inbuilt along with the operating system. Okay, of course you have different utility programs that you can install by yourself. So utility programs are usually supplied by the manufacturer. Okay, so when you have the operating system, some of the utility programs are is inbuilt in the system software itself. Okay, so the utility programs are provided by the manufacturer. Okay, we do not create those utility programs. Okay, so for example, like backup program, disk file recovery program, virus scanner remover, etc. So we'll see one by one what are the different types of utility programs. Okay, so that is the definition for the utilities. Next we have the following are examples of utility software. So we come to the types of utility programs. Okay, so these are the following examples of the utility softwares. The first one, we have already seen this, text editor. So a text editor is a program that facilitates the creation of text. We have seen different types of text editors, right? Simple text editor, then screen editors, right? Specialized text editors like that. We have seen word processing, basic example like MS Word, MS Excel spreadsheets, like the PowerPoint presentation. So it comes under these utility softwares also. The next one we have is the debugging tools. Okay, so what is debugging tools? Debugging tools is a program that helps to locate and correct the errors that may occur in the program due to the incorrect use of the syntax of that language. A debugging tool allows the programmer to control program execution using video terminals while his program is being executed. Thus, by dynamic tools, the user can easily detect and correct logical errors in the program. Now, so debugging tool, a program to help locate and correct the errors that may occur in the program due to incorrect. So mostly this debugging tools is used in programming. Okay, so when you're doing a programming and you are you are not using the correct syntax, the correct grammatical rules of the program. Okay, like say like for example like HTML, you have to use that tag HTML within that angular brackets, right? So if suppose instead of HTML you write say like empty ml, right? You misspelled h to m, so now that is an error. So that is like what is called as a syntax error. Okay, so if you are doing it on a say like the on a utility software, if you're typing that, okay, so the debugging tools, okay, it will detect that error and it will help you locate where the error is, and then what you can the programmer can correct those errors. Okay, so step by step it will display the errors and it will help you to debug the errors. Okay, so different types of errors will be found: syntax errors, logical errors, okay, semantic errors, runtime errors, like that. So next we have is file compression. With compression agents, you can save disk space by compressing files or improve performance by changing the level of compression on your files. So the word itself says file compression. Okay, so this file compression is actually useful to reduce the file size and hence save your disk space. Okay, so while files are being recompressed, compression agent updates information in a table to show your disk space changes as files are moved from one compression method to another. So we have different types of file compressing agents. One such you have seen is your WinZip, right? If you have used WinZip, so what WinZip does is you have a file which is large, which is very which the file size is very large. Say let's say that your file size is like 100 MB. Okay, so it's 100 MB, so you want to reduce the size of the file. So WinZip can help you compress the file from 100 MB to maybe let's say 20 MB. So it will not affect the the quality of the file, but it further reduces the file size, and then you can save it in your hard drive, and then it saves the disk space. Okay, so this type of utility softwares are good in reducing the disk space. Okay, file compression, so you can see in the picture also. Next you have is the disk defragment. You can use disk defragment to rearrange files and unused space on your hard disk so that program runs faster. Okay, so another software which helps you to rearrange the file and also save space actually. Okay, it the file which you are constantly using, it allows it on the front. Okay, and the file which you don't use, it allows it on the back, and it also arranges uh, the programs. So like when you're installing a program, okay, automatically uh, the program gets copied into different folders in your, let's say like in your program files, or in your C drive, in your program files, and in your Windows, right? So the files get misplaced like that, right? So what happens is that if you do this defragment, okay, this defragmentation uh, is usually done in older operating systems like Windows XP, Windows 95, 98, like that. Under present operating system like the Windows 7 or Windows 10, okay, the software optimized by itself. Okay, like you have in your mobile phone also, you have that optimize option, right? So what it does is that it rearranges all your files. Okay, like if you see in this particular image, the white spaces are the unused space. Okay, so if you can see the red lines, okay, the red vertical lines, these are the heavily used parts. Okay, so it is partitioned into different sections like that. blue are partially used like that. Okay, so it rearranges all the files using this defragment. Okay, then next we have the disk cleanup. So another way of saving your hard drive space, so you can run this cleanup to help you free up space on your hard drive. What it does is it searches your drive and then it finds out temporary files, okay, internet cache files, all the junk files, history files, okay, like that, and unnecessary program files, okay, from your like your cookies, okay. So all this can be safely deleted. Okay, all the files that can be safely deleted, which will not affect the your operating system or the program which is running. Okay, so this cleanup takes care of that. Okay, so in the picture you can see that you can select or unselect on the checkbox, okay, whichever you want to delete. Okay, so partition wise also you can delete from the C drive, D drive, like that. Okay, or okay, from the recycle bin also you can delete like that. Okay, so different options are there using this disk cleanup. Okay, next you have the backup. So you can run backup options to backup or restore files and settings on your computer. So if you open your Windows 7, okay, this is a diagram of Windows 7 operating system one. Okay, so you can see under the control panel, okay, backup or restore your file. So if you click on the setup backup, okay, so it will backup all the files that you have presently in your system. Okay, and then if any damage happens or to your system, okay, you can restore it back to the previously to the previous state where all the files were in proper order. Okay, so this way you can safely backup your uh, files on your computer. Okay, so these types of softwares, utility softwares, okay, are best understood when you personally, okay, execute, when you personally use these softwares yourself. Okay, now another utilities softwares that we have is the most common one is the antivirus. I'm sure that all of you know what is an antivirus, right? Okay, let me just go through that. Antivirus is a utility that searches a hard disk for viruses and removes any that are found. So most antivirus programs include an auto-update feature that enables the program to download profiles of new viruses so that it can check for the new viruses as soon as they are discovered. Okay, so almost everyone is using antivirus. Okay, even though some may not be using the updated one, some of you, so some may not be using internet, right? So they may be using an outdated antivirus, so they are very susceptible to virus attacks. So in such case, if you are using an antivirus, you should update it time and time again. Okay, uh, especially the virus definition, okay, that is the virus dictionary. Okay, so even if your antivirus is not powerful enough to remove the virus, okay, but if you update the virus definition engine section, okay, then it will be updated with all the latest virus that has come out. Okay, so that any kind of suspicious activity or any kind of suspicious file name, okay, it will automatically detect it and it will be sent to the chest. Okay, you may not be able to directly remove it, but okay, you can prevent it from further, that you can prevent that file from further doing any damage to your computer. Okay, so in antivirus, updation is very important, especially the virus dictionary. Okay, so antivirus software typically uses two different techniques to accomplish this: examining files to look for known viruses by means of the virus dictionary, identifying suspicious behavior from any computer program which might indicate infection. Okay, so these two important techniques it accomplishes. Some of the commonly available antivirus programs are, I'm sure some of you must be using this: Semantic, Norton Antivirus, AVG, okay, McAfee, Microsoft Antivirus, Quick Heal. You have lots of antivirus these days. Okay, so always choose the one which is best in terms of antivirus. You should not compromise uh, the cost for, means like securing, providing security to your computer, because once you lose your file to a virus, okay, recovering it is like almost impossible, right? Once your system gets infected, okay, there is no chance of a recovery at all, like that. A safe way to remove virus is to use a bootable antivirus CD. Let us updated one, okay, to scan the drive. So it may be that, okay, if you have an if you have, suppose like your friend's system is protected, okay, you copied you copied his antivirus, okay, his latest antivirus software, and then through your pen drive, and then you try to install it to your infected system, okay, through the pen drive. Now what will happen is that the pen drive itself will also be infected, right? So the only way, the option is that, okay, you can burn that, you can use a bootable antivirus CD, okay, or you can burn the software onto that CD, okay, and then run that CD, okay, in your system which is infected, okay. That way, because the virus will not enter the CD, okay, it's not possible. So that way you can eliminate all the virus, like that. Okay, so next topic is just, this is not part, okay, what is virus? Okay, so virus, the full form is vital information resources under siege. Okay, so that's the full form of the virus. So it is a software used to infect a computer. A virus is an application with the ability of multiplying itself, which can cause great danger and damage to files and other software on the same machine. Now, what is this actually virus? We are talking about virus, right? Now virus is created by humans only, okay. The computer did not create this virus, okay. The system software, application software, all are created by the humans only, using high level language, okay. From machine language to the assembly language to the high level language, like that, okay. So they created a system software programs, okay, application software programs. So similarly, humans created the virus. It's just a set of programs, okay. So this virus is also just a set of programs, okay, with different types of capability of harming the computer system, okay. Some replicates, some attacks the exe files, some attacks the image files, okay. So some slows down your system, like that, okay. Anyway, all these are the regular traits of the virus, okay. So next we have is the programming software. Programming software usually provides tools to assist a programmer in writing computer programs and software using different programming languages in a more convenient way. So how do the programmers, okay, create the softwares, or how do the programmers, okay, write down the programs, okay. So there is a different software for doing the, for uh, for writing down the programs, okay. Or there's a different kind of software that is through which you can create different types of application softwares also, okay. So those are called as like programming software. So you have different types of programming softwares also. Some are programming softwares which do not have this GUI, that is graphical user interface, okay. If there, it will be only the console window, means like you can type only the textual programs, okay, coatings only, okay, just like HTML code in Notepad, right? In Notepad you can just type only the HTML code. You cannot see the how the table will come out. You cannot see how the form will come out, right? But if you were to do it in like the all Microsoft front page, or like if you use like Dreamweaver, okay, then you can see the HTML controls also. You have text box, you have buttons like that, right? So that is a much advanced version like that, right? Similarly, okay, GUI, that is graphical user interface, okay, so just like the notepad, okay, so there are different text editors like that. So the tools includes text editors, compilers, interpreters, linkers, debuggers, and so on, okay. So this programming software, okay, uh, is a complete package. It has it includes the text editor. You have the compiler also to convert the high level language into machine language. You have the interpreter, which works the same way. You have the linkers, okay. The linkers, uh, it accepts the object file which is created by the compiler, and once it does not find any error, okay, the linkers software, it creates the exe file, that is the executable file, so that you can run the software, okay. Like example, like see, while you're installing suppose like you're installing a game from the CD, right? Now while you're installing the game from the CD, all the files are copied to the program files, right? And then by default, one of the file gets copied on your desktop, right? And it comes out as an icon, the game icon, right? Now that game, that icon, okay, which comes on your desktop, okay, is an exe file. So if that exe file is not there, you cannot run that game CD at all. You cannot play that game at all, okay. So the linker is responsible for creating those exe files, okay. You have the debuggers to detect the errors, okay, and then to correct the errors like that. So all of these things, complete package, okay, it is called as IDE, or it is called as integrated development environment, okay. It is also called as RAD, rapid application development, okay. So what happened is that earlier times programmers, they face much problems, okay, uh, doing using only text editors, console editors to type the code, right? But these days, okay, programming has become much easier because of this IDE. You have all the set of tools required, okay. You can see the graphical interface part also, how your programs will come out, okay. Like it's like building a website, okay, where you can see the front end of the website, also of the web page. You can see how visually your web page will look, and then at the same time, if you click on the source window, okay, you can see the coding. So there you can do the coding, right? So the IDE also provides like that, okay. So merges those tools into a software bundle, and a programmer may not need to type multiple commands for coding, compiling, debugging, tracing, etc., because the IDE has an advanced graphical user interface, or GUI. Example like Microsoft Visual Studio's NetBeans IDE, okay. So that will be all for today, okay. So watch this video and try to gather as much information like that, okay. And if it's not sufficient for you, okay, you can always check more tutorials and learn from there, okay. So that's all for today. So in the next video, I'll start with the functions of the operating system, but before that, okay, I will, yes, explain some from the soft exercises also, okay. So that's all for today, okay.